Good evening and welcome everyone to the Ordway's first virtual Spring Fete. I am Brad Wood and I'm excited to become the chair of the Ordway board on July 1st. Though the community cannot come together in person for the 2020 Fete, we are thrilled to have reimagined our signature fundraising event, and we thank you for joining us from your homes. We would like to take a moment to recognize the generous participation of the corporate partners and patrons who helped make this event possible. You are in for a special night with messages from people who made the event possible, as well as artistic performances by each of the arts partnership organizations, the Ordway, the Minnesota Opera, the St. Paul Chamber Orchestra, and the Schubert Club. It's also a celebration of the 35th anniversary of the Ordway, which opened on January 1st, 1985. My wife and I have attended many of the past galas and fetes, and we fondly think back to one of the galas where guests were lucky enough to dance on the stage floor of the main theater. I also recall how one of the Ordway senior leaders sprained their ankle that night as they strutted their stuff on the stage. You never know what may happen at an Ordway fundraiser. Someone who is not a stranger to fundraising events, Frank Vassalero, will also be joining us, asking for your support to help the Ordway be ready to open its doors when it is safe to do so. Your support is particularly important now. Your contribution will help bring artists back to our stages and create new ways of virtually engaging students and teachers in the performing arts. So sit back, grab a beverage, maybe even make a specialty cocktail that Tattersall has created for this evening, and prepare yourselves for a great program. I am now pleased to introduce Ordway board member Greg Landmark, the Senior Vice President of Compensation and Benefits at Travelers. Travelers has been an incredible partner since even before the Ordway opened its doors, and has been the premier sponsor of the Fete for many, many years. Over to you, Greg.
Travelers is delighted to once again support the Ordway's signature fundraising event. It's an honor for me to be serving on the Ordway's board of directors, and I want to congratulate the staff and Fete committee members who pivoted so quickly in light of the COVID-19 crisis to bring us a celebratory program that will lift our spirits and provide critical support for the Ordway and Arts Partnership. Travelers' long relationship with the Ordway began in 1982 with Carl Drake, then CEO of Travelers' predecessor, the St. Paul Companies. He saw the creation of a major performing arts center as key to making downtown St. Paul a vibrant cultural hub. Sally Ordway Irvin and her family swept Carl and other community leaders into their orbit of enthusiasm, and Carl became a huge proponent of the Arts Center and then an original board member. I can't tell you how much Travelers and I personally appreciate your support of such a treasured community asset, the Ordway. Thank you.
Good evening. Welcome to the Ordway's 2020 Spring Fete. My name is John Limbacher, and I'm the president and managing director of the St. Paul Chamber Orchestra. 35 years ago, on a cold January night, the St. Paul Chamber Orchestra gave its first concert at the Ordway. Since that evening, there have been many nights, many days of amazing concerts in this world-class venue that we're so proud to call our home. You know, nothing can replace shared musical moments when we gather together, share music in a beautiful concert hall. They're part of our collective memory. They're an important part of what bind us together as a community. We've had to take a break from giving concerts in order to fight this terrible virus, but we are looking forward to a day soon when we resume concerts and when the Ordway is once again aglow with music and with people. In the meantime, I hope you will enjoy this musical offering from violinist Eunice Kim of the St. Paul Chamber Orchestra, playing Leonard Cohen's magnum opus, Hallelujah.
Greetings, I'm John Ordway. Sally Ordway Irvin was my aunt, and it was her desire to build a place where everyone can experience and enjoy the performing arts. From the opera to the circus, as she always liked to say. The honorary chair of this year's Spring Fete is Sally's daughter and my cousin, Jill Irvin Crow. Jill's love of the arts led her to attending New York University to study performing arts management. Her life took her to Denver, where she served as assistant stage manager with Opera Colorado. After that, she led the Denver Arts Commission for several years and earned a slew of awards for her commitment to arts and culture. She also raised funds and helped plan the opening of the Buell Theater, the largest in the Denver Performing Arts Complex. Since returning to Minnesota, Jill has been honorary co-chair, along with my wife Marla, of the Lakeshore Players' recently completed campaign to build a new theater in White Bear Lake. There certainly appears to be a common theme here, her passion for building and opening new theaters. Jill currently serves on the Ordway President's Advisory Council and is a passionate champion of the Minnesota Opera, the Ordway, the Schubert Club, and the St. Paul Chamber Orchestra. I know she can't hear your applause right now, but let's clap your hands anyways and raise a glass to tonight's honorary chair, Jill Irvin Crow.
Thank you, Johnny. I just love that guy. Hello, everyone. I'm Jill. I am so proud to be the honorary chair of this year's Spring Fete. It is such a challenging time for the Ordway and for the world. I know we all wish we could be back in the theater, but the spirit is still there waiting for us to return. I am devoted to the Ordway, and I have been ever since it was conceived in my mother Sally's dreams in the early 1980s. We often brainstormed together over different ideas of creating a place where everyone would come to enjoy all types of entertainment. The next thing I knew, Mother and I and Henry Blodgett, his wife Alice, and Ben Thompson, the architect, and his wife, were bound for Europe to explore the great performance halls. We learned many valuable lessons on that trip, and we had a bit of fun on the side, too. The Ordway opened 35 years ago to a dazzling beginning and Sally's spirit within. It was all she had hoped for and much more. For the Ordway isn't just a building, it has become an essence and a center of energy for the city of St. Paul. All people are welcome, young and old, and everyone is included. We need to keep this beacon going forever. I remember my mother making a lead gift to this unknown art center and then reaching out to her family, the Ordways, the Nicholsons, and of course the Irvins. And boy, do they give and keep on giving. I want to extend my gratitude to them as well as all of you who have supported the Ordway. I'm one of 5 children. There are only 2 of us left. Hello, Billy, wherever you are. I also would like to mention Jessica Irvin Tobin, Billy's daughter, Twinks Irvin, John Ordway and Marla, and Nancy Nicholson, who continue to work so hard to support the Ordway. My humble gratitude to all of you for joining in. Remember, the Ordway, our cultural treasure, must be nourished to exist. Help it live and thrive forever. Thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Hi everyone, I'm Frank Vassalero and I'm so excited to be your auctioneer for tonight's festivities. Of course, many of you know me from WCCO, where I anchor the news with my lovely wife Amelia, but I am actually a certified charity auctioneer as well, and I'm thrilled to be here to aid in the important work that the Ordway and the Arts Partnership are going to accomplish during these times. Now, normally at this point I'd ask you to warm up and get ready to raise your hands, and we do a few exercises and have some bid paddles, but instead we've made it so easy and convenient for you. Just get your bidding fingers ready to go. That's all you have to do. Be comfortable, bid early, bid often, and be excited because we have 4 premier items available for you this evening. So let's get started. The first item we have for you this evening is extremely special. Twin Cities rising star chef Yia Vang, along with David and Muffy Sewell, have donated a private cooking demonstration for you and 10 of your closest friends at Mid-City Kitchen. Chef Vang is known for his cooking at popular restaurants like Nighthawks, Burrow, and Gavin Kayson's Spoon and Stable before he pursued his dream to feature Hmong cuisine at his pop-up Union Hmong Kitchen. And now he's getting ready to launch his much-anticipated restaurant. It is called Vinay, and that'll happen this fall. And just in case that wasn't impressive enough, his story was also recently featured in the May issue of Bon Appetit magazine. My goodness, you're going to be in very good company during this event. Chef Vang's going to share a 3 to 4 course Hmong-inspired meal from the outdoor grill right to the kitchen. He'll regale you with stories of his family, who really influenced his love and food of community. And all this will happen as he prepares a spectacular multi-course dinner. And while your group enjoys Mid-City Kitchen's beautifully renovated 100-year-old space, don an apron. Chef Vang would love to help you jump in, and he'll share some of his culinary secrets, and you'll be able to take a couple recipes home with you as well. The date for this event will be mutually agreed upon by you, the winner, and of course, Chef Vang. And we've got plenty of time, and we'll make sure it works for you. There's nothing better than this fabulous cuisine, the great conversation, and this gorgeous, charming setting. So bid now, bid often. It's going to go for a high price. Make sure you get in before 9 p.m.
Greetings. I'm Barry Kempton, Artistic and Executive Director of the Schubert Club. I'd like to add my thanks to all of you for participating in the Spring Fete and for taking this journey with us into uncharted waters. In the past 3 months, the world has changed more than we could ever have imagined. One thing that has not changed is the ability of music and theatre to tell wonderful stories and to lift our spirits. Schubert Club has been doing that since 1882. Yes, we're the oldest of the 4 arts partnership organizations. Not only have we been performing on the Ordway stages since 1985, we're also the Ordway's neighbors. Our Schubert Club Museum opened in 1981 in Landmark Center, and our administrative offices are up there on the 3rd floor, right across Rice Park. Schubert Club is named for the composer Franz Schubert. We don't feature his music especially every year, but next season we will have as our featured artists the amazing chamber music duo of David Finkel, cellist, and his wife pianist Wu Han. And they have put together a wonderful series of programs of the music by Franz Schubert, which we'll be performing here in the Ordway and in some of our other venues. Tonight, I'd like to introduce to you the wonderful local mezzo-soprano Clara Osowski, together with Casey Raffen playing piano, and they will perform Schubert's beautiful song, An die Musik. I've had the pleasure of observing Clara advance through her career from a competitor and winner in our competition, our scholarship competition, joining us on a patron tour that we had to Vienna and Salzburg a few years ago, doing amazing things in national and international competitions, and performing on the Ordway stage just last season. Please enjoy this performance of An die Musik by Clara Osowski and Casey Raffen.
Ich Hello everyone, I'm Jody Richard, Vice Chair and Chief Risk Officer at U.S. Bank, and it's a pleasure to be here with you this evening. At U.S. Bank, donations and sponsorships are an integral part of our company's philanthropic initiatives. That's why we have been a proud supporter and partner of the Ordway for many, many years. When the Ordway launched its Broadway series in the late 1990s, U.S. Bank became the season sponsor. Later, we supported the Arts Partnership campaign that helped create the fabulous concert hall. We support numerous events, including tonight's, and the U.S. Bank Foundation now provides funding for the Ordway's arts education initiatives. This event is so important. Your attendance and contributions help to sustain the Ordway and support the Arts Partnership Fund that maintains the magnificent venue. They need all of us to sustain them in the coming weeks so they are ready to open their doors again, and we'll need music and performing arts to bring us together and help us mend. Thank you for your generous support and this community treasure. Congratulations to everyone who turned on a dime to help make the Ordway's 35th anniversary celebration a virtual one. Enjoy the program and take good care.
This next offering is donated by our friends at Summit Brewing Company. Situated on the bluffs of the Mississippi, Summit Brewing has been a craft beer favorite in St. Paul since 1986. Mark Stutrud founded Summit with one goal: bring back the remarkable craft beers once brewed through the upper Midwest. And boy, did he and his great crew do that. Join Mark on this exclusive VIP tour and tasting for 16 people. Learn about the Summit history, the expert beer making, the entire process as you go through the brew house, through the cellar, and through the packaging area. Ask questions along the way, take pictures, and most importantly, drink some samples. Then you'll conclude your tour in the private event space with more of Summit brews and some delectable food from Aventi, Casetta's Catering. It's a fabulous item. At some point, you're going to want to get out and celebrate, so do it now. This VIP special event can be redeemed anytime in the next year before June 7th of 2021. It's an experience not available to the public, but available to you if you bid right now. So get out there, get your group, and enjoy.
Good evening. I'm Ryan Taylor, and 20 years ago, I made my professional operatic debut here on the stage of the Ordway Theater. Today, I am pleased and proud to serve as President and General Director of Minnesota Opera. Performing arts audiences have always depended upon music and theater to provide solace, laughter, self-discovery, and expression. Although we cannot be here personally connected tonight, we can still hope and look forward to the day when we can all gather safely together here at the Ordway once again. The first Minnesota Opera performance in the Ordway was our U.S. premiere of Animalen, and a review in the Chicago Tribune said that the amazing thing about the Ordway is that in design and ambiance, it has taken on the very best traits of St. Paul itself. It is comfortable and comforting and appears to welcome all forms of musical performing. Well, that characteristic about the Ordway has proven to hold true ever since it opened its doors. And it did so on the evening of January 8th, 1985, when its first performance featured Leontine Price in a gala recital, welcoming this community into this magnificent hall. Tonight, in tribute to Leontine Price and in celebration of the Ordway's 35th anniversary, I've reached out to a good friend of mine, Karen Slack, who has performed with the Minnesota Opera and the Metropolitan Opera, and tonight she's chosen a selection from Leontine's original program to perform with you, along with her friend Laura Ward on piano. So from her home in Philadelphia, please help me welcome Karen Slack.
Thank you.
Our third premier item this evening is generously donated by John and Marla Ordway, Tattersall Distilling, White Bear Yacht Club, and Jennifer Wolf. Now, they have all curated an unforgettable night for you. On Sunday, September 20th, you and 10 of your friends will begin the evening at the exquisite home of John and Marla Ordway for a cocktail demonstration led by the Tattersall Distilling team. They're going to teach you a lot. You'll get to sample their spirits. The Tattersall team will be there. They'll share their philosophy of flavor, and they'll demonstrate step by step the tips and techniques on how to craft 2 specialty cocktails. And you'll have that forever. Now, once you and your party have enjoyed the beverages there, then you get to board a boat destined for the White Bear Yacht Club, where you will enjoy a decadent multi-course dinner with a stunning view of the lake. Now, right now, this is set for Sunday, September 20th. But of course, if we can't get together safely at that point, don't worry. We'll find a mutually agreeable time, we'll reschedule, and we'll make sure it's safe to do so, and it'll still be fabulous. So once again, gathering together your friends, this is sure to be an experience to remember. The Yacht Club, the Ordways, the dinner, the cocktails. Get bidding! It ends at 9 p.m.
Hello, my name is Jamesia Bennett, and I am a resident artist here at the Ordway Center of Performing Arts. I am a singer, director, producer. I am also so excited to be here tonight.
Hey everybody, my name is Tyler Michaels King. I am another one of the resident artists here at the Ordway. I am a local theater artist, director, actor, improviser, and artistic director of Trademark Theater. I'm so happy to be here tonight and excited to share with you all that we have planned.
I think it is so important for everyone to support the Ordway Center. This is a place that is full of diversity. The shows are amazing. The staff here is amazing. I am so excited to be a part of this, and I am so honored to be in the next production that we have going on. And it's quiet, I can't tell you yet.
I think if you want a Broadway level performance, if you want the best of the best, right here in St. Paul. If you want high production value, if you want somebody to say hi to you at the door, if you want a community that you know and recognize and reflects yourself, the Ordway is the place to do that. And that's why we need to support an organization like this. I am so thrilled to be a part of the upcoming season with Jamesia, and we hope you support it.
Let's take a look at the impact your support will make tonight.
Coming up next, Gabby Dominique will share some of her Ordway story, and we will see you later in the program for a little special performance.
Yes, see you soon.
For the past 35 years, the Ordway has been a home to artists and audiences from the Twin Cities, the region, and the world. The arts partners have created memories and left an impact on this community. Minnesota Opera, St. Paul Chamber Orchestra, the Schubert Club, and the Ordway have engaged art lovers and art learners in experiences that excite and inspire. And through Ordway Education, we have given students a front row seat through our Student Matinee Series, master classes, residencies in schools, talkbacks, the Flint Hills Family Festival, and now Ordway Education Online. We are engaging students and teachers right where they are, making performing arts education accessible to all.
I got a really unique experience because I got to be a part of the Ordway in two ways. As a spectator, as an audience member in school, but then I also got to actually learn from teaching artists at the Ordway. My first experience working at the Ordway, I was actually a senior in college and I had been cast in the production of West Side Story. It was a big turning point for me, not just because it was one of my first professional jobs. I felt like I was set up for success. If you had told 16-year-old me that I was going to be a teaching artist at the Ordway and I would have had, this number of experiences working there, being on stage, working with young people, I would have probably said, okay, yeah, right, it's full circle, I guess, coming full circle for me. So it means a lot to me because I think of the educators, the dance teachers and the directors and everybody that helped me and wanted nothing but for me to be successful growing up. I don't want anyone to be without that kind of support. I just want everybody to have that same, I don't know, I don't even know how to describe it. It's just, when I think of it, it's like euphoria, of having people on your team, having people who want nothing but for you to be successful.
In your experience at the Ordway, you felt that?
Absolutely. I definitely felt that at the Ordway.
Over the years, the Ordway has served 1.1 million students and teachers. We have created opportunities for artists to grow, for students to see themselves represented, and for audiences to be delighted, entertained, and challenged to be a part of this great community here in St. Paul and around the Twin Cities.
The Ordway has a huge legacy, and it's exciting for me to be a part of that legacy now. And I want nothing but for other kids, other young people to have that same experience that I've had. I have the Ordway to thank for a lot of stuff. I think the biggest thing is just for giving me the time of day, telling me that I was worth it. As long as the Ordway will have me, I'll be there.
Thank you for partnering with us to make the performing arts accessible and exciting for our community, for helping to make the Ordway a home for students, artists, and audiences.
Now, get ready to show your support. The Ordway is an organization of people, artists, artisans, technicians, and so many others who make magic on and behind the stage. And while we're all in this holding pattern, this magnificent venue I'm standing in can't take care of itself. All 4 arts partners are making sure that all the spaces remain in great condition and that the maintenance and repairs will continue. That way, you're guaranteed a safe and welcoming return to the Ordway. These are the things that you are supporting with your donation. So let's take a look at the impact your support will make tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to start the fund need at $15,000. That's the minimum that it costs each week to clean and polish the Ordway, as well as to ensure the safety and comfort of everyone who comes through the doors. It's a lot to ask, but if the need wasn't great, we wouldn't be here in front of you tonight. So please, if you can search your heart and do $15,000, we appreciate it. The next level that we hope you'll consider supporting is at $10,000. This provides the experience for one student matinee performance, and it's also the annual cost of maintaining all 17 pianos at the Ordway. So thank you for considering the $10,000 level. It does wonderful work for the students, it maintains the pianos, and it's also a great way to show your love and support of the Ordway. Ordway President's Advisory Council member Rosa Miller has already donated at the next level of $7,500. Advisory Council Chair Bill Sands and his wife Susan joined her. Please don't let them be lonely at this level. We appreciate the generosity and leadership, and we ask you to come along at the $7,500 level. $5,000 sustains the Ordway venue for one day without an audience, ensuring it is prepared when we are ready to return. And of course, we can't wait for that day. The Ordway has been around for 35 years. It has survived all kinds of events, and it'll survive this. And with your $5,000 donation, we can ensure it is prepared and ready to go. Please, if you can show your generosity right now, we appreciate it. Just look at what $2,500 does. It provides the study guides for 7,000 students to extend their Ordway experience into the classroom. So please, if you can donate at $2,500, you will help support the foundation of the next group of artists, of the next group of patrons, of the next group that will support the Ordway the way you are doing right now. This is interesting. A gift of $1,000 is a month's worth of light bulbs for the music theater and concert hall, which we hope will be illuminated again very soon. Your donation could go to something else, but just know that we really need you to be a shining light tonight. Please support us at the $1,000 level. We appreciate your love and support. $500 supports a conversation with a touring artist to a whole classroom of school children. Think about the outreach and the touch and what it means. You know, art doesn't just self-perpetuate. People need to be exposed to it and understand the beauty of it and what it does and how it affects us and impacts our culture and our lives. Please support us at $500. A donation of $250 provides support to a local artist to perform in the Spring Fete program. And it's amazing that you can support that right now for only $250. $100 helps pay for one pair of tap shoes for a future performer. You know, tonight every gift matters, big or small. What really is important is that we get full participation. If you're watching this, we want you to be part of supporting the Ordway. We want you to do it in good times, but we need you to do it tonight. So please join us at any level, and right now we're asking at the $100 level. $50 provides hand sanitizer for the lobbies for 1 week, or about 150 masks to keep everyone safe. And we need to be thinking about these things in these times. But the point is, any amount you make goes to a good cause, and any amount will make a difference, and we appreciate it. And we have a team ready, and they're waiting right now to accept your gifts. We have some instructions that we'll put up on this slide, but let me walk you through it. The first and easiest option is to give directly on your smart device or online at ordway.org/Fete. And you can do that with any major credit card. Just use the donate button. Now, we also have Ordway representatives managing the phone lines to take your donations. And you can call the number right now. It's 651-282-3101. And that'll be open until 9 o'clock this evening. It's a great option as well if you want to make a donation through a donor advised fund and maybe get some matching funds. Call us, speak to a member of our staff. We're here to help. And a brief reminder that the fabulous items in the auction are only available until 9 p.m., but the ability to donate to the Fete will remain open for another week. So please, call your friends, call your neighbors, share this and let them know what's happening, because the Ordway is so important to the community and the performing arts ecosystem of the Twin Cities. Thank you for showing how much you care through your wonderful donations. Every single gift makes a difference, and we appreciate it. Until we meet again, stay safe and take good care.
Hi, I'm Rod Cates, Producing Artistic Director of Broadway at the Ordway. Our Broadway season starts this year in December with Disney's Beauty and the Beast. Until then, and even if you've already had your dinner, we're going to serve you a little appetizer. Join us for a virtual preview, or shall I say, be our guest.
Mon cher mademoiselle, it is with deepest pride and greatest pleasure that we welcome you tonight. And now, we invite you to relax. Let us pull up a chair as the dining room proudly presents your dinner.
Be our guest, be our guest. Put our service to the test. Tie a napkin round your neck, chérie, and we'll provide the rest. Soup de jour, hot hors d'oeuvres, why we only live to serve. Try the gray stuff.
It's delicious.
Don't believe me, ask the dishes. They can sing, they can dance. After all, miss, this is France. And a dinner here is never second best. Go on, unfold your menu, take a glance, and then you'll be our guest. We our guest, be our guest. Beef ragout, cheese soufflé, pie and pudding, or flambé. We'll prepare and serve with flair a culinary cabaret. You're alone and you're scared, but the banquet's all prepared. No one's gloomy or complaining while the flat was entertaining. We tell jokes, I do tricks with my fellow candlesticks, and it's all in perfect taste that you can make. Go on and lift your glass, you won your own free pass to be our guest. If you're stressed, it's fine dining we suggest. Be our guest, be our guest, be our guest.
lump or two. For you, our guest. She's our guest. She's our guest. She's our guest. Be our guest. Be our guest. Be our guest. Course by course, one by one, till you shout enough I'm done. Then we'll send you off to sleep as you digest. Tonight you'll prop your feet up, but for now let's see. Be our guest, be our guest, be our guest. Please be our guest.
Filler movement, take one.
Here we go. Measure 94. I'm sorry I'm not singing very loud. Our baby's sleeping.
Cue into measure 174.
The final premier auction item is a makeover to become Beauty or the Beast. It's your chance to give a wonderful gift to your child or grandchild or yourself, because this is a full backstage experience. You slip backstage and start off your fantasy come true journey with your very own costume fitting, hair design, and makeup session. Now, once that makeover is complete, you'll go on stage and join the cast for a photo shoot with many of the beloved characters from the performance. And then, if there wasn't enough, you top that off by actually watching the preview performance of Beauty and the Beast with 3 friends. And you're going to do it from a special Ordway box that is suited for royalty. This magical experience is open to people of all ages and will certainly make your season bright. So bid on that. Become Beauty or the Beast. It's exclusive, it's behind the scenes, and it's yours if you start bidding right now. Many thanks to all of our auction item donors tonight, and a huge thank you to everyone for your bids. A reminder that every winning bid supports the Ordway spectacular programming, including arts, education, and training for children and teachers. The auction closes promptly at 9 p.m. Please continue to browse and bid generously.
Hello, I'm Muffy Sewell, the chair of the Ordway 2020 Spring Fete Committee. It's been an honor to work with an amazing group of community leaders who share an unwavering commitment to the performing arts here. Their dedication in working together virtually alongside the Ordway team made it possible for us to pivot so quickly from planning our Fete here at the Ordway to the virtual event that we share with you tonight. Thank you, committee members. You all are amazing, and a big thanks to the Ordway team who made it happen. Of course, a huge round of applause to our super sponsors who pivoted with us and remain such wonderful partners. Thank you. We're all delighted to have you tuning in tonight with us. Thanks for being here with us and for giving generously and, of course, bidding high. Remember, the premium auction remains open until 9, so you can continue to bid and also donate if you have not done so already. My husband David and I live in St. Paul, and the Ordway's played a big role in our lives since the doors opened in 1985. We have been entertained by all of the extraordinary talent we've seen on the Ordway stages ever since the lights went up 35 years ago. Like you, we love to laugh, applaud, sing along, and sometimes even cry at the theater, opera, and musical performances here. The performing arts foster human connections and hope. They expand our minds and they bring us all together, and they strengthen our communities. During this time of separation, even now, the 4 arts partners are here providing online performances and educational offerings. I hope you tune in. They really are remarkable and will replenish your soul. Your generosity tonight will help ensure that we are able to connect again at the Ordway for inspiring and uplifting events. Events featuring actors and singers, musicians, dancers, and designers. Events that really require stagehands and ushers, bartenders, security, engineers, volunteers, housekeepers, and even our box office, all of whom were overnight thrust into unthinkable economic hardship. Tonight, you help us to be ready to bring them back as soon as it's safe to do so. So again, my heartfelt thanks to all of you for your support and participation tonight. Until we are able to gather again at the theater, take good care. I look forward to you being our guests back here where we belong. at the Ordway.
We are so incredibly grateful for your support. And on behalf of the Ordway and our colleagues in the Arts Partnership, thank you for joining us for the 2020 Spring Fete. Please know that our future is bright and there are great days ahead when we can create memories in the Ordway again. Thank you.